Harry claimed victory with a $100 million loan, while Kim and Stephen revealed a $500 million investment. Amid accusations of forgery, Helen's skepticism grew. With the family's future at stake, Stephen must act fast to save Kim. Helen's expression darkened.
Kim, you'd better explain yourself.
Kim clenched her fists. I didn't forge this contract. It's real. Kim didn't know what she could say. She had no idea why Global Investments' CEO had suddenly changed either. Grandma, Dave is Mr. Rockford's uncle. Mr. Rockford is at my office right now, so I can ask him to come and tell us the truth. There's no point in arguing. Everything will come to light when he arrives, Harry suggested. Helen agreed. She'd never favored Kim and her family, but she didn't expect Kim to use such underhanded tricks to deceive the Casady family. Kim had better prepare herself for the consequences. Stephen whispered to Kim, "I'm going outside for a smoke." Harry laughed when he saw Stephen walking to the door. "Are you all seeing what I'm seeing? Kim, your good-for-nothing husband is so scared that he's running away. I doubt he's coming back. Why do you even let that piece of trash stay with you for 3 years? He only brings shame to our family. I thought you would have become smarter after all these years, but you're still incapable and irresponsible." Kim watched Stephen leave with tears in her eyes. She didn't expect him to leave her when she was in a difficult situation. Sometime later, Pete walked into the conference room in big strides. When Harry informed him of Kim's contract, he almost laughed out loud. "This is ridiculous. It doesn't make sense for Global Investments to invest $500 million just for Kim. Everyone in the city knows that Dave is my uncle, and he's the CEO of Global Investment. I've never heard of Keisha Daniels. Does this person even exist?" All of a sudden, Keisha burst into the office, followed by Stephen.
Who's saying I don't exist?
Keisha demanded. Stephen had used the excuse to go out for a smoke to call Keisha and ask her to come over to clear up the misunderstanding. "Stephen, you good-for-nothing. How dare you bring someone unrelated into the conference room? Where are the security guards? Come and throw these two out right now," Harry shouted. Keisha wasn't bothered by his threats. She radiated an intimidating aura.
"Who dares to touch me? I'm the CEO of Global Investment."
Stephen stood to the side and watched them argue. He'd chosen the right person to become the new CEO. Keisha was more capable than he'd expected. Pete was in disbelief that someone was openly impersonating his uncle as Global Investment CEO. "That's nonsense. Where did you two find someone like her? If you apologize right now, I'll ask my uncle to spare you. Otherwise, you should prepare yourself for what happens next." Keisha gave Pete a cold look.
"Pete Rockford? Rockford International is your family's company, right? I've checked the accounts, and the numbers don't add up."
Pete was flustered by her accusations. He didn't know why she knew so much. "You're lying," Keisha shrugged.
"Do you really think so? Rockford International has just declared bankruptcy. If you don't believe me, you can call your dad to confirm."
Keisha looked at Helen and the other members of the Casady family.
"Why are you all making wild guesses? Global Investment and Kim's collaboration can be checked on our company's official website."
As soon as the words left her mouth, everyone took out their phones and searched up Global Investment's website. After a brief silence, someone held up their phone. "I found it!" The members of the Casady family crowded around the phone. "I'm on the Global Investment's official website. There's a picture of Kim and Miss Keisha signing the contract on the front page. It really is a $500 million investment. Her family is saved. But why did Global Investment invest in Kim instead of the Casady Group? Are you dumb? When Kim becomes the head of the Casady family, her money will belong to the company." Pete was at a loss. "It's all a lie. Global Investment CEO is my uncle, Dave Marks. Just you wait. I'll call him right now and expose your scheme." He took out his phone and dialed Dave's number, but the call didn't go through. Dave's phone was turned off. Pete hurriedly called his father instead. It took a few tries before he picked up. "Rockford International is going bankrupt. It's over for us," his father exclaimed frantically. Even though no one could hear the person on the other end of the line, Everyone knew that Keisha's claims were true when Pete collapsed onto the chair with a defeated look on his face. The atmosphere was tense. Everyone held their breaths, and no one dared to speak. Rockford International was a successful company that far exceeded the Casady Group. How could they have gone bankrupt overnight? Unbeknownst to everyone in the room, this had all happened because of Stephen. Since Keisha had accomplished what she'd come to do, it was time for her to leave. She went up to Stephen.
Keisha quickly corrected herself. Sir, if there's nothing else, I'll be heading back to the company.
Stephen didn't say anything. He only nodded in response. Their brief interaction didn't escape Kim's notice. Keisha and Stephen had shown up together. But it didn't make sense for Global Investments CEO to come in person to help her out. There had to be a reason she didn't know of. Maybe Stephen used Jack's name to get Keisha to come here. Forget it, she probably came because of Jack. Stephen shrugged. If you say so. He didn't care too much about the misunderstanding. It wasn't the right time to tell Kim the truth. The members of the Casady family rushed over to Kim. Now that it was confirmed that Kim really had secured a $500 million investment, it was a given that she would become the head of the family. They all started talking at the same time. Kim, I watched you grow up. I even took care of you one time when you were a little girl. Please support me in the future. Kim, I've always thought you were talented. You'll definitely achieve a lot more in the years to come. She's right. Our family is saved because of you. It's all thanks to your hard work. Kim was taken aback by all the compliments. They'd never praised her this much before. Stephen noticed that Helen hadn't said anything for quite some time. He was concerned that she would go back on her word. Grandma, Kim obtained an investment of $500 million. She won the bet, and she saved the Casady Group. Don't you have something important to announce? Helen hadn't expected the situation to unfold like this. She'd originally planned to use Harry's bet as a way to make him the head of the family. Who would have thought that Kim would be able to get such a large investment?
Will Helen keep her promise and make Kim the successor of the Casady family? Or is there a shocking twist waiting to overturn Kim's victory?
Hi, I'm Steven.
Want to know my secrets?
Then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Secret Succession now.